In this video, I want to take you through a simple step-by-step process to help you manage the writing task in your police entrance exam. G'day, I'm Russell from Prime Motion Training, and I'm absolutely passionate about helping people to become police officers. And in this video, I want to help you with a process that you can use to better manage your writing task in your police entrance exam. So let's jump into it and I'll take you through the process. Okay, in your writing task, you'll be presented with some type of topic. Now that topic could take the form of a simple statement, it could be a pros and cons article, or it might be smaller pieces of information where you need to gather that information together and present a response in a written format. So let's take a look at a topic here. The topic that I've chosen is police presence at major entertainment and sporting events is important to ensure community safety. Now, as we go through this process, you don't need to read all of the content that I come up with. I have created a PDF document based on what we're going to discuss in this video. You'll find it here somewhere around this video, and you can download that. You can work through it as we're going through the video, or you can take a look at that afterwards if you do require that extra detail about the example that we're working through. Okay, so if I move on from comprehending that topic to now thinking broadly about how I can respond to this statement, the point that I want to extract from that statement is community safety. Now I need to move across to the next column and think more clearly about how I can come up with an idea around community safety that I might be able to turn into a few sentences or a paragraph. So an idea that comes to mind for me about community safety is around police presence and how that influences people's behaviour. Another idea about, is having police presence improves response times if police are actually required. And the third thing that comes to mind for me that I can talk about that enhances community safety or around the point of community safety is that community interaction with the police can improve community safety. Now, of course, I need to come up with some sentences or a couple of paragraphs for each of these ideas. And this is where the spelling, grammar, and punctuation, of course, is going to be very important. All right, so let's keep moving through the process. I've got my main point that I want to expand on. I have my three ideas, and I think I can come up with some topics, not topics, but some content to expand on that first idea. Now, I've got some additional paragraphs here to expand on my second idea, and I think I can break that idea, which is police presence improves response times. I think I can break that up into three separate paragraphs because there's enough content there in that idea to be able to do that, and another sentence or paragraph here to talk about the community interaction. So that gives me my content. Again, you don't need to read that. You can pause the video if you like, but there's a document here that you can download to have a closer look at the content if you're interested in that extra detail. All right, I've got my content for the core part or the body of my response, but I also need to make sure I have a clear and concise opening. So my opening is that I agree with the statement, essentially. I'm making that really clear. I agree with that statement, and I've got some reasons why I agree with that. Obviously, those reasons are here on the left-hand side of the screen at the moment. Now, when I've presented that content, I need to have a very clear conclusion that connects back to my opening. So in other words, I need to reinforce what my position was and reinforce that I think the points that I've made demonstrates my point of view on this topic. So here again, it finishes with, I believe police officers should be in attendance at all public events, etc., etc. So when I've got my content, I've created my opening, which sometimes you'll actually do after creating the content, and your conclusion, again, you might often do when you're working on your opening, because the two need to be linked. When we've got all of that together, we can then put it in a final copy now where we present it as our response. Now, if you're doing the ACER format entrance exams, the instructions ask for you to plan your response. Now, we've just been through a plan. It's a step-by-step process. So you could scribble down some ideas in each of those steps and then, of course, present your final response in this format that you see here on the screen now. ACER would like you to do that. So in order to gain additional points, scribble down your plan in the same format or structure that we've just been through. Okay, so I hope you found that helpful. If you have any questions, you can always reach out and contact me. Now, for our Victoria Police applicants, we've created a new resources area where you can take a free online Victoria Police practice exam. So have a look at the information around this video, below the video. There'll be a link here somewhere, depending on where you're watching, to be able to access that free online Victoria Police entrance exam. So I look forward to seeing you in there. All right, well, thanks again for joining me. And until the next time, keep your foot on the gas and good luck with your police application.